Hi, I'm Samantha. I'm the Chief Program Officer here at Ambitious Impact. You might be wondering, what's it like to work at AIM? Well, we asked our staff, and here's what they said.
I'm really ambitious about making the world better, and I wanted to surround myself with people who felt the same and who wanted to think big picture about making positive change in the world.
A combination of things, mainly the challenge. It's super hard work and really stretches me. The learning and the balance between the impact leverage you get working in Meta with the evidence rigor and skepticism of working so close to the coalface.
Relentless commitment to impact and doing that in a quantified, evidence-based way. I was really attracted to the rigor with which decisions are made and impact is prioritized.
I think the genuine commitment to a startup culture, the willingness to do things scrappily and get them done so that our charities and AIM itself can have the maximum impact.
I was a bit of a fangirl of the Charity Entrepreneurship Program. I was really drawn in by this highly innovative model and this track record that seemed a bit too good to be true. And then as I got more engaged in the community with founders and meeting staff, I just knew this was absolutely a group of really ambitious and altruistic people that I wanted to be a part of.
Been here for nearly 6 years and it's still super cool. It's as cool as the day that I started and super impactful, which is why I'm still here.
AIM takes a very ecosystems approach, so that means that sometimes we have a really good candidate for a job and we'd like to make them an offer, but we think they'd be even better placed somewhere else.
I think it's a really unusual mix of a really high talent, but really low and small ego. I think this combination is just super rare.
We care less about paper credentials in hiring, and what we care about much more is what people actually can do. So we use test tasks a lot more to determine someone's performance for potential staff role, much more so than particular past experience.
I think that you can see your impact translate pretty quickly into actual real-world outcomes, which is really exciting and really rare for something that has a really high impact number and to be unusually concrete and evidence-based and has real feedback loops.
What makes AIM different is, I think, the relentless commitment to impact and truth-seeking. And at the same time, there's very much a startup culture. So we are very rigorous and evidence-based, but also really fast. And I like that combination.
I think we occupy a pretty sweet spot. So the team is super skeptical. I think we're very careful not to imagine far-flung impact that we're probably not having. But at the same time, we're very optimistic and we're creative and we're always pushing for more. So I just love how fast we move, how frugal we are, and it's unusual, but I love that. And I think it's important we demonstrate again and again just how much can be done with limited resources.
Everyone's going to say the people.
I think the people,
the caliber of people,
the community,
the quality of the people,
community of AIM,
really impressive people.
Everybody's on the same page, everybody wants the same goal, and they're really ambitious in trying to achieve it.
I think the people are incredibly talented, incredibly hardworking, really, really care about making a difference for the world.
Never worked somewhere where people are so clearly and obviously dedicated to what they do and manage to do this with such a sense of enjoyment.
Move quickly, we give each other a lot of grace, and I think the culture is pretty exceptional.
It's low ego, low bureaucracy, low politics, just good people really earnestly working together to make the world a better place.
People are willing to be wrong, maybe eager to be wrong even. And I like that culture of challenging each other and making each other better.
So people who are willing to make huge life changes and take a salary cut in order to try their hardest to solve a problem that's suffering, that people thousands or millions of people are suffering from. It's just really, really inspiring.
I just can't say enough about how great these people are.
Just because everyone said the people, is there anything else?
I think fundamentally if purpose and impact isn't a huge part of a motivating force in terms of wanting a job like this, it's probably not going to be a fit because ultimately it's a tough job and it's a hard job, and the trade-off is that you make a ton of difference to millions of people or billions of animals.
It's probably needing a lot of structure, a lot of direction, an awful lot of simplicity and clarity. It's not that kind of environment.
And we try a lot of different things out, and things change very quickly sometimes. So I think if you prefer to have a very clear idea of what you'll be doing day to day and you don't want that to change very much over the like next months or years, then maybe it's not the best bet.
Somebody who really likes to do things 100% and perfect and careful might not be the best fit for AIM, because we often deprioritize polish in favor of moving faster.
There's also a lot of decision making under uncertainty. We're not 100% sure when we recommend an idea that it's going to work out, but we think that it's like worth trying. But yeah, that can be tough for some people.
You find it really hard to stray away from standard kind of ways of doing things. If you can find it a little bit hard to take if people push back on your ways of doing it. I think if you don't have a high level of like kind of playfulness and just like willing to run along with ideas, entertain them for a little bit before shooting them down, I think that could make you a not so great fit.
We've finally got a new coffee machine, and I think this really captures a certain essence of the frugality and commitment that is at AIM. I think our original coffee machine is this tiny one-person type machine that someone gave as a gift to someone in the office 3 years ago. And this tiny little machine has produced thousands of coffees and been used for like a 50, 60 person office at times. And everyone just gets by. And it's like, it makes coffee, it functions, it's cheap, it works. Why do we need something else? And eventually it's kind of breaking enough that we've decided to replace it. But I think that, yeah, the coffee machine in a slightly cliched way captures this idea of being genuinely willing to work with what is good enough and then to get on and like do the important things in the world.
It's a community office here, and there's dozens of people in all the time. There's co-working days with the wider effectiveness-focused London community, and there's hundreds of people on our Slack workspace, and that's such a like warm and vibrant part of what it's like to work at AIM, which I think is not easy to see from the outside, but I love it.
I think there's a lot of opportunity for growth at AIM, so people really value proactivity. But we're trying to, dent in the world's biggest problems, and that's not something we can achieve as one organization. So I think AIM is really good at allowing people to grab other areas that aren't in their like direct remit. You don't have to wait for somebody to tell you to tackle something new, and you can just go off and do it, and that's really rewarded.
Very much an opportunity to build. Like AIM is growing and young, and lots of the systems are still being set up. So if you have like a talent for building things, then there's maybe a decent chance that AIM could use it.
We've been around for 6 or 7 years now, and the organization has gone through a number of like transitional periods. One thing that would be really good to know is just how solid and how healthy the culture is. We're in a really, really good spot right now, and everybody's like poised and ready to go again, to push for another great big leap in impact.